Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? I hope all of y'all are having a blessed day. I hope y'all are feeling good, living good, all that good stuff, man. I'm coming back at y'all with another one. Now, it is 2023. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling good. I'm making a video off the phone. I was going to do a video off my camera, but my camera is having a lot of focus problems right now. And I don't know what's going on. I think it's the lighting in this room or something like that. So we just going to go back to the old remedies of the content off the phone. No edits, no nothing. If I screw up, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? But today we're going to be talking about NoFap, man, and why it is hard for some men, okay? Why is NoFap hard for men? You know, a lot of people can't go days without touching themselves, man. I was one of those people, you know what I mean? From time to time, I'm still one of those people. Sometimes I feel anxious, overwhelmed, and different things like that, bored, whatever the case is, right? And the first thought of your mind is, oh, go waste your seed or whatever. And a lot of people, I always tell people, like, people got to start asking themselves this question: why do you do it? Okay, a lot of men don't do it just because they in that moment and they want to just, you know what I mean? A lot of men do it because they running away from something inside. And I feel like once you figure out why you do what you do, once you figure out why you fap, and once you figure out why you need to fap, that's when things will start changing in your semen retention and your NoFap journey. Okay, that's the first step of figuring out why you're addicted to something. You got to figure out why you do it. You see what I mean? So once you figure that out, everything else is going to work for you in your favor. But the first thing on my list is it's very uncomfortable. NoFap is very uncomfortable, especially when you're a person that's coming from an addiction and trying to stop an addiction. It's just like any drug, man. Like you can't fucking do crack cocaine forever and then expect you to just stop it and everything is just gonna go right. Like, no, you're gonna have withdrawals. You're gonna have you always gonna be thinking about it, whatever. Like, it's gonna be very uncomfortable. But one of the things I always like to tell my guys on this journey is that you have to learn how to embrace discomfort. Like, that's just what it is. You gotta learn how to be uncomfortable. And when you can learn how to be uncomfortable and cope with that uncomfortableness, that shit is gonna travel through everything in your life. You're gonna be more you're gonna be stronger when it comes to being in uncomfortable situations. If you're a person that's scared to talk to girls, you're gonna be more open to talk to women. You're not gonna really care about being uncomfortable or if the girl rejects you, because you don't really care. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's one of the things that this journey will teach you, man, is to learn how to embrace discomfort. Because as a man in this generation, in this society, they pushing sex, they pushing this lustful agenda, because they know that it keeps a man at his lowest state. It keeps a man very, very low. When a man's constantly wasting his seed and constantly, you know, dipping and dabbing into all these different girls, little do they know they wasting their energy. And when you constantly doing it with a bunch of different women, she's taking a piece from you every time. Every woman that you having sex with, they always taking a piece. You don't know if that girl's stressed out. You don't know if she depressed. You don't know nothing about her. You just trying to get into it just to feed your flesh. You know what I mean? Just to pleasure yourself. But little do you know, you draining yourself, man. So it's very uncomfortable, dog. Like, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's easy, because it's not. This is something I've been practicing since 2019, and I still haven't fully mastered it. You see what I'm saying? But since 2019 up until now, I learned a lot being on this journey, bro. And I'm still growing. I'm still learning. So, you know, it's definitely a process. But once you finally overcome everything, you're gonna feel very good about yourself, man. The next thing on my list is you're gonna have to sacrifice women. Okay? You're gonna have to sacrifice, dog. Like, being on this journey, you're gonna have to sacrifice women. And when I say sacrifice women, I mean you have to sacrifice women. You can't be talking to women. Like, this is what I recommend. You can still do what you want to do, but this is what I recommend. Being on NoFap, man, this is a journey of you figuring out yourself and finding love for yourself. So what I mean by that is basically you can't have any distractions. You can't be texting women, swiping up on women's pictures, commenting under women. This journey is to provide you every bit of love that you need, to the point where you don't need to talk to a woman, to the point where you don't need to have sex with a woman, to the point where you don't need to have woman validation or women around you to be happy. Because a lot of men feel like they need women to be happy, or they need to have girls on their phone to be happy, or when their phone dry, they feel less than, or whatever the case is, right? Like, woman is our biggest, like, motivation as men. And it shouldn't be like that, man. Like, we supposed to want to grow and be on our stuff because we want to, you know, because we want a better life for ourselves. Like, when you watch all these red pill content creators, or like the people that be talking about like how to get a woman or how to manipulate a woman doing this or do that, like, And I just be watching that content and I just be thinking to myself, like, men is really out here going on YouTube trying to figure out how to get girls. Like, we really live in a society to where men literally go on YouTube and Google searching out how to get girls. Like, it's not that deep. Just love yourself, dog. Just get on your grind. Just get on your purpose. The right woman is going to eventually come. 90% of us don't even need to be worried about women. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my biggest problem for years. Like, I was so worried about women and so worried about girls and swiping up on girls. Little did I realize, like, bro, I don't even got my shit together. Like, I'm still under my mama's roof. And I'm still out here trying to get girls. Like, don't got nothing going on, broke as hell. Like, I don't even got no money to get to the bed. Like, how I'm gonna try to get, you know what I mean? And I think that's our biggest problem as men. Like, we gotta just stay focused, man. Love ourselves. Like, I feel like every man need at least 1 to 2 years just being focused, 100% focused. Like, sometimes you gotta make that sacrifice for yourself, dog. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard, extremely hard, because you're gonna get very lonely. Okay? You're gonna be very lonely. When you sacrifice women and you sacrifice like hanging out and drinking and smoking with the homies and you just sacrifice people, it's going to get very lonely. You're going to have times where you're going to be like, damn, man, I want to go talk to a girl. Or I want to go. You're going to look on your Snapchat, look on your Instagram. Everybody going to be partying, especially when the weekends come. Like, when the weekends come, like, shout out to Introvert Rockstar. He was saying this in one of his videos. Like, when the weekends come, that'd be the driest and the most loneliest stages of your semen retention and NoFap journey. Because everybody going to be turning up, partying, drinking, having sex with the girls, and then there's you in the house working out and doing all this self-improvement. So it's like, it's going to be very, very stressful. It's going to be very, very challenging. But once you get over that, man, you're gonna be steps ahead of everybody, man. You know what I mean? And that brings me to my next thing. You know, being on NoFap and being on semen retention, man, it's boring. It's boring. But you gotta make it fun. Okay? And how do you make it fun? Well, you gotta start replacing those bad habits with good habits. And it's gonna take you a few days to get in the rhythm of this. There's a book that I've been reading. Actually, I'm gonna plug it in right now. And hopefully it can help somebody out there watching. But this is a book that I've been reading that's been helping me adopt more positive habits. And it's called Atomic Habits, okay? Y'all can screenshot this book and go get it on Amazon. This is a very good book, man. And in the book, he explains how it's really easy to adopt positive habits. You just have to change your mind setting. You know what I'm saying? Once you change your mind and the way your mind think, man, you can do whatever you want to do, man. Like, we only use half of our brain. Just imagine if you stayed down and you unlocked your whole brain, man. Like, you're going to be accomplishing and doing so many amazing things, dog. But the problem is we be having our brain clogged up with so many different things that it don't need to be clogged up with. Distractions and social media BS, TikTok, just all this different stuff that's not going to lead us nowhere. You know what I mean? So, but what we got to do is we got to start using that sexual energy to our advantage. Like, if you a person that like to fap when you bored, or fap when you stressed, or fap when you ain't got nothing to do, whenever you get in those moments, man, go to the gym. You know what I mean? Try to work out. If you ain't got a gym, man, or if you can't get to a gym, try to do some push-ups. You see what I'm saying? Like, just try to do something that can get you to the next level. Reading, like, and all this stuff, when you first do it, it's gonna be boring. I'm not like, listen, people be on YouTube and they try to, like, you got to read, you got to go on runs, you got to jog. When you coming from living a lifestyle of not doing any of that, and you first start doing it, it's going to feel good once you're done with it. But in the midst of it, it's boring. Like, nobody want to sit up really and read and do all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So I understand it. It's going to be boring. But once you get in the rhythm of it, and once you start changing your habits and changing those bad habits and turning them into positives, after a few days and after a few weeks, you're going to start getting used to that habit, and you're going to start enjoying it. And you're going to look back at your old self like, damn, I didn't used to read. I didn't used to work out. You know, I didn't used to eat healthy. Now I'm doing all these things. And it just feels good looking back at how you used to be compared to how you are now. You know, and that's what you want. You want growth. Every year you want to grow. You don't want to keep being the same exact person every year. Because at that point, you're just wasting a lot of valuable time that you cannot get back. The next thing on my list is no smoking or drinking. Okay? When you're on this journey, I found that smoking and drinking doesn't do anything but make you make a lot of poor decisions, okay? Take this from a person that's been on NoFap for a while and practicing this shit for a while. Smoking, well, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but at least for me, maybe y'all can chime in on this. But when I'm on my NoFap journey and I smoke or drink, all it do is just make me think of girls and just wanting to just go out and talk to some girls and just relapse. You know what I'm saying? So I recommend, if you're gonna be on this journey, man, try to go cold turkey, man. Try to like I said, try to replace the bad habits with good habits. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be boring, especially if you're a person that's so used to getting high, like myself. I'm so used to being high. I'm so used to like doing everything high. I'm so used to waking up smoking. I'm used to all of that. So it's like being sober and like it's boring. Like it is. You know what I mean? But you have to do it. If you want better for yourself, you have to do it. You have to make sacrifices. You have to change your ways. That's just how it is in life, man. Anything you want is gonna come with some sort of a sacrifice. If you really want it, you're gonna make those sacrifices though. And last but not least, man, is you always gonna be horny. You always gonna be horny. Okay? When you wake up, you're gonna be horny. When you go to sleep, you might be horny. You always gonna be horny. But one of the things you have to do is you have to stay solid. Okay? You gotta stay solid. And you gotta use that energy to your advantage, man. Like, that's really all I can say. You gotta use that energy to your advantage. You can't let the devil defeat you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all that is. That's all it is, just the devil trying to get you off your grind. You know, when the devil see that you on a spiritual path and you trying to grow spiritually, mentally, and physically, the first thing he gonna do is he gonna throw you signs. He gonna throw you signals and little challenges to throw you off of your journey. You know what I mean? He might put girls into your dream. You may notice when you're on semen retention, you got vivid dreams, crazy dreams, right? You may notice when you're on this journey, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to be way more horny than usual. Like, just stuff like that, man. Like, and I got a tip for that as well. I'm going to do a video on relapsing to help a lot of you guys out when it comes to that. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is the reason why NoFap will ruin your life. I hope y'all didn't mind the title. This is YouTube. You got to do what you got to do to market and get yourself out there. But in other words, this is the reason why NoFap is hard for a lot of guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. Let me know what y'all want to see next. If y'all need any advice, anything, all of my stuff is down below in the description. Send me an email and we can get it chopped up. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. I'm out, man.